Welcome back to my channel. So, hey guys, what's up? My name's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel. So, for those of you guys that are new, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. I do a lot of live streams, like one a week, one a day at least, here on this channel, and I'm going to continue to do that, even if my channel grows, even if I get a camera, all that, because right now I'm recording on my phone. So I just want you guys to know that I really like interacting with you guys. I like having the, you know, the support and seeing you guys' comments and just hearing about what you're going through, and that helps me stay sober. So I need you guys just like as much as y'all need me. So anyway, I just got done doing a meeting with everybody over on the Hangouts. So if you're interested in coming to our meetings on Wednesdays, they're usually about 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you're interested in that, shoot me a message. All my socials are down in the description box. Go ahead and give me a follow on Instagram and Twitter, and message me, and I'll send you the link to our Hangouts, and you can come over there and we'll see how that works out for you if you'd like to come to a meeting. But we just had a meeting today, and it was on honesty, open-mindedness, and willingness. And did you know that in the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous, in how it works, it literally says honesty 5 times in the very beginning of that chapter? So it just goes to show you that, like, to be sober and to have recovery, we have to be honest with ourselves and with other people, you guys. It's one of the main things that helps you recover. If you can't get honest with yourself and say, hey, I need help, I need to reach out, then you're going to be struggling to stay sober. And it's just, so if you're struggling with little white lies, if you're holding on to those little white lies, you know, they turn into big lies. So let's just stop all that and get serious and really start, you know, working our recovery. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to read to you guys out of this, The Courage to Change book. It's just a meditation book, but I love it. Hey, girl. Hey, Sam. I love reading out of it. Hey, George. Hey, Scottish Siren. Hey, Shayna. Hit the like on your... Yeah, baby.
I got a new ring from Clues.
Awesome. Oh, thanks for hitting the like button, you guys. Hey, Avalon. Okay, guys, so here's the deal. I want to read out of The Courage to Change today, and then we'll get started talking about it. I want to encourage you guys all to, hey, Classy, I'm so glad you're here, to talk to each other in the comments, be supportive of each other. Hey, Rory. Hey, Mad Max. You guys are killing it, man. Look at all this. 12 people. Go ahead and give the video a thumbs up, you guys. If you know anybody that you're friends with that's in active addiction or is in recovery and needs recovery support, tell them to come on over to the channel and hang out with us. I do live streams every single day, you guys. And also, we just got done having a meeting, and you can ask George and Max and Bama and Tabitha and Jason how it was. I feel like we had a really good meeting, you guys. It's about honesty, open-mindedness, and willingness. And shout out to my Benzo Hell. He got a sponsor, you guys. And I'm just really proud of you, George. Like, I'm so fucking proud of you, man. Good job. And you guys, this is what it's all about. It's about helping each other, hold each other accountable, okay? Hey, Dry Mouth. Thank you, baby. It's about holding each other accountable, you guys, helping each other stay on track, being a positive influence on each other, in each other's lives. Hey, Sam. Hey, girl. We got to help each other stay on track, okay? We've had all the yes ma'ams in our life. You know how you have a friend that every time you do something, they're always like, yes, yes, yes. They never tell you no. They're always co-signing your bullshit, right? Hey, nicely done. We're through with those kind of friends. We want friends that challenge us to be better people. We want friends who help us stay sober. And that's what we're doing here for each other. This is a little community of people who are working to help each other stay on track. So I'm hella excited, you guys. We're growing. The channel's getting bigger. And I'm excited. I'm getting excited. I'm pumped, you guys. I'm getting fucking excited. So I'm working on a domain name, and then I'll have a website opened up within the next month, and I'm trying to think of a name. So, but I will link it. I will let you guys know as soon as I get the website set up. And then I'm just trying to think of a domain name right now. I'm just so proud of everybody. So I'm excited. Let's go ahead and read this meditation, you guys, and then we'll talk some more. But yeah, talk to Max and George, you guys. They'll get you into the group if you want to be in the meeting next week, okay? And what it is we video call each other, so we all see each other, and we have to wear headphones because we got to hear each other. But it's good. You'll see. I think you'll like it. And the more people that come, the more people that will share, because we go around in the circle and we share and we talk, and so that way it'll be longer. We were on there for about an hour this time, 45 minutes. So just let us know if you guys want to join in, and Max and George will handle it. They're in charge of letting the folks in. Okay, you guys, here we go. December 19th. Addiction is a threefold disease: physical, emotional, and spiritual. Because I've been affected by addiction, I check my own physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being by asking myself these things. Is my physical well-being a priority? Do I eat well and get enough sleep? When was the last time I had a checkup or went to the dentist? Do I keep myself clean, take breaks, exercise? Do I ask for or give a hug when I need to? Am I growing more aware of my feelings? Do I have a sponsor and friends to keep me through the rough times? Can I celebrate when things go well? Am I taking the time to enjoy myself? Is any of my attention I once gave to negative thinking now focused on gratitude? So these are all questions that we can do to check in with ourselves. So I'm going to kind of read over them, and you guys listen, okay? Do I ask for or give myself a hug? Do I have a sponsor and friends to help me through the rough times? Can I celebrate when things go well? Am I taking time to enjoy myself? Is any of the attention I once gave to negative thinking now focused on gratitude? Do I have a relationship with a power greater than myself? If not, am I willing to give it a try? Do I make time for prayer and meditation? Am I more willing to ask for help? Do I regularly attend meetings, read literature, and apply the steps and other tools to my everyday life? Do I recognize and acknowledge my growth? Today's reminder: by simply taking inventory of my self-care habits, I am beginning to improve them. Better keep yourself clean and bright. You are the window through which you must see the world. I like that. Okay, so this is good. We're going to write these down, you guys. Okay, so y'all, this is a self-care list that we can all check off. And if you haven't got these things done yet, this can be a goal list for you to do. So here we go. So is my physical well-being a priority? Okay. Is my physical well-being my priority? And for me, I take that as like my exercise. And so, you know how we've been talking about my exercise. I take that as how is my body? Am I in shape? Am I exercising? Am I healthy? Am I taking care of my body? Am I healthy? Yes, I eat 3 meals a day. Yes, I drink plenty of water. Could I be doing more? Absolutely. So for that question, I'm going to give myself like a 3 out of 10 because I could work on it, When was the last time I had a checkup or went to the dentist? So for me, the last time I went to the dentist was 1 year ago. So I'm in good standing with the dentist. At first, when I first got sober, you guys, it was really difficult because I had all these ailments. Like I had to get my teeth cleaned. I had just found out that I had hepatitis C, and it was just not feeling good. Yeah. Yeah.
You were joking. Buddy moved. You were joking.
He moved?
No. You were joking.
Well, you know what that means, don't you?
What?
That Santa didn't put his magic on him yet. Don't hurt him. Okay. Here we go.
Well, buddy.
When was the last time okay, do I keep myself clean, take breaks, and exercise? So, I think it's really important, like, when we get sober and when we're trying to, like, better ourselves, this is all things that we can check off. Like, am I taking care of my health? Am I going to the dentist? Am I going to the doctor? Do I take showers regularly? Do I put on my deodorant? You know, this is self-care, you guys. And you might not realize it, as little as it may seem. Like getting up and taking a shower in the morning, putting on some smell good deodorant and a little bit of cologne, it'll change your world. It'll make you feel so much better. Okay? Am I growing more aware of my feelings? Okay, so for me, for the longest time when I was in active addiction, I blocked my feelings out. That's what I did with my feelings. I didn't want to feel uneasy. I didn't want to feel anxiety. I didn't want to feel sober. I felt like when I felt sober, I felt nervous. I felt anxious. I felt overwhelmed, you know, and today in my recovery, I'm learning how to identify my feelings. You know, a lot of the things that I thought were anxiety was just me being afraid, was me feeling threatened, was me thinking I was going to be abandoned, you know? And so, yeah, and you know what, Avalon, it is. And if we can push ourselves to get up and just get in there and soak in the nice hot shower, every time I have to, like, because there's some days, you guys, like, where I'm like, ugh, I cannot even be bothered. So I'll just take my hair, I'll roll it up in a bun, and I won't even wash my hair. I'll just get in the shower and let the hot water hit my back. Okay. Do I have a sponsor and friends to help me through the rough times? So how many of you guys are working on getting yourself a sponsor or accountability partner? If you're not in a 12-step fellowship, that is fine. We support multiple pathways, multiple programs. But how many of you are working on either getting a sponsor or getting yourself a sober support, like an accountability partner, a mentor, someone else who has been sober longer than you have, who you look up to, who has strong sobriety, who has strong recovery, right? What we want you to do, guys, is we want you to look for someone who you want what they have. You look at them and you go, hey, that person's got their life together. I admire their recovery, okay? I admire their recovery, and I want that, you know? And let that be an inspiration for you. When you see someone else and you think, oh, wow, they're doing so good, you know? And if they really are, like, and you ask them and talk to them and get to know them and know that they're killing it in their recovery, let that be inspiration to you. And then reach out to them, you know. I'm scared of withdrawal. I thought I could taper, but I can't. I'm useless. No motivation to do anything anymore. I can't even go to the bathroom. Okay, so here's the deal, Vegas Barbie. It is okay. I am not going to, and please do not take this as me being funny, but it's really hard to taper when you're a drug addict. And I figured that you would come back and tell us that you were struggling with that. So here's the deal. It's time. Do you need to get into detox? I will help you find a good detox. It'll only take you about 5 days, and then you'll be out and you'll be feeling better than you felt when you went in. Yeah, and so here's the deal, Vegas Barbie. There's nothing to be afraid of, you guys. If you're struggling with a taper and you're a drug addict like I am, let me get honest with everybody. Everybody pay attention. If you have access to the pills, you're going to take them. It is impossible for a drug addict to have the pills and not want to go take them, especially when you're going through withdrawals, because your body's aching, you're hurting, you're uncomfortable, and you know that if you take this one pill, it's going to give you relief. So it's hard not to go in there and take that pill. Okay? So sometimes we have to have extra help to get off those pills. Okay, guys? So do not be ashamed. There's nothing to be afraid of. Get your ass in fucking detox where you can get help, because that will help you get off those pills. And then you won't have to worry about going and getting them because they won't be there anymore. Especially on third day. And yeah, so here's the deal, you guys. I have never in my life been able to taper myself on my own. I would have to have somebody help me. Right. Absolutely. It's like I said, it's like impossible. Like Avalon says, having the drugs in the house is going to sabotage your recovery. That's the thing. It's too much of a temptation and you're not strong enough to say no. You know what I mean? You're not strong enough to stay away from it. And it's not because you're weak. It's because your mind is stuck on a loop, and it knows when I start feeling sick, I need to take another pill. It's muscle memory. It's already in there. So you will white knuckle it. You'll make it a good 3 days probably, maybe even 4. And then it'll just get so bad. And if you have those pills in the cabinet, your ass is going to run over there and grab them. Vegas Barbie, that is a great idea. And if you need to get a hold of me, girl, well, when you go in detox in a detox center, you will go in there and they will be able to give you medicine to help with your detox, and it'll be just so much more comfortable. They have they'll be able to give you like Xanax or some kind of benzo to help with the like sleeping situation, maybe even something like a sleeping pill. They'll give you stuff for your blood pressure, and they might even taper you with a low dose of no, I don't think they'll do Suboxone with you, but I know that they have. They did for me whenever I was coming off of Roxy's. They tapered me with Suboxone. They just gave me one, and then gave me half of one, then gave me a quarter of one, then gave me 0. But it only takes like 5 days, and it's easy peasy. You know what I mean? I promise you it will not be that bad. I was shooting up Roxy's every day, and when I went into detox, my withdrawal was not, I mean, I remember it wasn't bad at all. I mean, sure, it sucked. You guys, here's the deal. We're not going to get out unscathed. Like, it's going to be difficult. You're going to have restless legs. You're going to be sick. You're going to have diarrhea. It's the mental part. Who's this, J-Wall? Yes, it's the mental part that is the hardest part. Because our mind takes... It's like, it's the craziest thing. It's like a psychological. I could go through physical withdrawal all day long, but I'm telling you what, you guys, it's that depression and the thoughts that like go around in your mind, and then like our mind's going back and telling us that we need more. Why is it so much harder to detox from methadone? Jamie, because methadone has a longer half-life, and it sticks in us longer. It goes on our receptors, and I think it takes about 3 days for you to start. Well, maybe, no, it takes longer so Suboxone, you don't start having withdrawals till like your 2.5, 3 days. There you go. George says, because it's a 36-hour half-life. Okay, so it's not a short-acting opiate like hydrocodone. My mom started me on weed at 5. Got off heroin 10 months ago. Well, congratulations, man. I'm glad you're here for real. Welcome to the family. So 24 to 48 hours methadone stays in your body. So, but right now, Vegas Barbie is on hydrocodone, you guys. So Vegas Barbie, listen to me, girl. If you can call your therapist, or just go up to the emergency room and say, hey, do y'all have some a detox I can go into? I am dependent on my hydrocodone, and I want to get off of them so badly. Okay? And if you can do that, they'll put you in detox. Girl, you'll be out on 4 or 5 days. And then, but here's the deal, you guys. We can get off of the drugs all we want. We can detox and taper and get off of all the drugs. But if we do not have a plan in place, we will not stay sober. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm glad you're here, man. I know what the overdose is all about, and I'm so glad that you didn't die. For real, you're a miracle. That much Tylenol and the hydros alone is so bad. It is. Guys, look up the Oaks at LA Paloma. It's in Memphis, Tennessee. Great place. Oh, my friend is actually in the Oaks right now. So, Shayla, I'm so glad you survived. Yeah, and so here's the deal, you guys. We have to have a plan, okay? We have to have a plan. So when you get through your detox, all right, when you get through the withdrawal, what are you going to do after that? Okay, so here's the deal. How many of you guys have a plan set up? How many of you guys have a schedule that you're working every single day? Whether it be you're going to meetings, are you journaling? Are you reading your literature? Are you talking to another addict or alcoholic who's helping you stay on track? Do you have accountability partners? Do you have support? Good job. That's what we have to do. The follow through after you get done is what's going to help you stay sober. You have to maintain your sobriety. So when you get done, when you get off dope, you're like, okay, yeah, well, I knew how to do dope for my whole life. Now what do? I was taking pills for 10 years and now I'm sober. How do I stay sober without pill? How do I stay sober? My husband held them and handed them out. Avalon, wow, that must have been so hard. I could do. Okay, so Avalon says she went to rehab for 30 days, then a halfway house for a year. Okay, and here's the thing, you guys. That is an amazing idea. That's an amazing idea, is going to treatment and then going into some kind of assisted living afterward is the best idea if you're struggling and you're a chronic relapser and you've been back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. If you can get around other people who are serious about their recovery and get into treatment, it helped me so much. When I got out of treatment, I didn't move into a halfway house this last time, because I was trying to get my son back, and so I had my own house. But I got a sponsor right away, and I started hitting those meetings. A meeting almost every day. I went to 3 meetings a week, so that helps. And that's the thing. Okay, so Avalon also said something else that's really good. She says she needed to learn to live. Okay, so you're probably going, what do you mean learn to live? We're all living. We're all alive. Well, maybe you are, but when I was in my addiction, you guys, all I was doing was existing. All I was doing was barely making it one day, and I was barely maintaining, okay? So now, like in my sober life, I'm thriving, and that's the kind of life we want for you guys when you get into your recovery. We want you to thrive. We want you to be a successful member of society. We want you to be able to go out and work if you want to work and do things that make you happy. Go to the movies, hang out with your friends, but in order to do those things, in order to have all the things that we want to have in our life when we're sober, we have to dedicate our lives to our recovery first and foremost. Anything that we put in front of our recovery, we will lose it. I'm sure you guys have heard me talk about my story a million times. But I would always get out of treatment the 5 times I went, and I would get a job, and I would start working, and I would do so well. And I would get my hours up, and I would be working 40 hours a week, and the money would start rolling in, and then I would get a promotion. And then slowly but surely, I would let my recovery take second place to my job. And every single time I did that, I relapsed. Every single time I let my recovery take second place, I lost it. And so today, but listen, I had to go through 5 different back and forth, like out of rehab, to learn that I was losing my sobriety because I was allowing other things to trump my sobriety. I was allowing my priorities to get messed up. Right. And so what happened, you know, in the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous, there's this line in there. I think it's on like page 40 something. And it talks about how we cannot bring into our minds with a sufficient enough force the memory of a week or even a month or even a week ago, that our minds automatically go back to the good times we had when we were using, the feel-good feelings, instead of remembering the traumatic shit that we did when we were in our addiction. You know, and if we can retrain our thinking and our brains to look back and think, okay, when I think about using, I need to think about using and when I got hurt and raped when I was in my addiction. Those two things go together, because when you're acting out and you're in your addiction, bad shit's going to happen. So we have to put bad shit in together with thoughts, instead of thinking, oh yeah, I need relief, I want to get high, that's all I need, I just need relief. Okay, so you'll get that relief temporarily, and then what's going to happen? You're going to lose everything. Okay? What is that relief? What is it worth it? Is it worth it? Is it worth losing everything you've worked so hard for? Is it worth putting yourself, your family, your loved ones in danger just for a shot? You know, is it worth risking your life and potentially overdosing just for a shot of heroin? You know, when I really think about it and I start weighing all the things that I have now up against that one shot of dope, I look at all the things I have and I'm like, no, it's not worth it. It's not worth it anymore to me. You know, if I want to get relief, right? And so it'll relieve. Listen, and don't get me wrong, you guys. I'm not being silly. It'll relieve the pressure temporarily, and then you know what'll happen? You'll have even more pressure on top. Okay? And then what will happen? Everybody will be disappointed in you. Yeah, who knows? You might wreck your car. You might fucking hurt your husband or steal from the store and get arrested. I mean, usually you're struggling. Yeah, I never wrote knock on wood. No, I'm here to say it. It is possible, however. Yeah, so if we can just remember where we came from and not... Here's the deal, you guys. Like, humbling ourselves and keeping our egos in check and remembering that we're just trying to make it one day at a time. Like me right here on this video with you guys. Every day when I come on these live streams, I check my motives at the door. I check myself and I say, am I in a good place? Do I have a message I want to bring everybody? Do I want to, I'm going to share with them. Can I be transparent today? Can I be honest? You know, because I don't ever want to come on here and not keep it real with you guys. I don't want to ever come on here and, you know, present this picture that's not true. You know, I struggle daily. But the struggles that I feel now, they're not about me wanting to go out and get high. They're about me second guessing myself. They're about me thinking I'm not good enough. They're about me hating myself because of my weight. They're about me thinking that I'm not doing a good job. They're about me thinking that my husband doesn't love me and that I'm not good enough for him and that he's going to leave me. Those are the kind of things that my mind tells me now. You know, it's not so much about me wanting to relapse, but about me constantly not being good enough. And I have to fight those negative thoughts every single day. I have to tell myself, no, you're good enough. No, you don't have to lose weight. You don't have to be skinny like everybody else. You're perfect just the way you are, you know? But my mind doesn't automatically go there, you guys. Like, I have to tell myself that I'm doing good and that I'm okay and that I'm worthy. You know, my mind automatically wants to go to tearing myself down. I don't know why that is. I really, really don't. But yeah, Shanna, it is. And so I just want you guys to know, like, I might come on here and talk to you guys about life and everything and you know, bring the message. And I try to always bring a message to you guys, a message of recovery that you guys can relate to. And I try to relate it back to what I'm going through that day, right? That's what I try to do. So that's why when I got up today, I was reading in this book and I saw the self-care checklist. And I thought, well, damn, that's a great idea. You know, let's talk about the self-care checklist and let's check off these things. You know, are we willing to give these things a try? And that's the thing, like, I have to ask myself every day, like, am I making the effort that I need to make to stay sober?
You know this fake guy in the trash?
Yeah.
He threw Buddy in the trash.
Do I have... Okay, so, Nate, hush. So here's another question, you guys. Do I have a relationship with a power greater than myself? Whoever that power is for you. And if you don't, are you willing to give it a try? Are you willing to build a relationship with a higher power? Do I make time for prayer and meditation? Am I more willing to ask for help? Now that's something I know all of you can check off. Am I more willing to ask for help? Because all of you are here right now, and all of you in some way have came and said, hey, I'm here because, you know, I need a little extra help. I want more support. And I'm here making videos because I need extra support. You know, don't get it twisted. Like, I'm not up here. I'm not teaching you guys anything. Okay? Like, I'm just sharing with you what I've been doing and what works for me and what I learned. I'm just sharing that back to you guys. Okay? Like, I'm the same as y'all. I need help too. We all need help. And I'm just willing to do these things, and I'm willing to look for to learn and teach myself and to learn from my sponsor and take suggestions from my sponsor, and then I bring those things back to you guys. Do I regularly attend meetings, read literature, and apply the steps and other tools to my everyday life? And here's the deal. Since I started applying the principles in my life and following the 12 steps by freely giving back what was so freely given to me, like you guys, by coming on here and sharing the information that I learned, right? And I also apply those principles in my life by being kind, by being tolerant, by being loving, by being supportive, by doing the next right thing, by being honest, by being open-minded, by being willing. I started using those things in my life and actually applying them. And my life is changing, you guys. My life, I've never experienced the peace. It's a peace that I have now. Knowing that I don't have to run out to the dope man's house and shoot up meth today.
It's not me.
And here's another one, guys. Do I recognize and acknowledge my growth? So, are you acknowledging the fact that you're taking steps in the right direction and that you're growing in your recovery? That's the thing. We have to, like, look at yourself right now, guys. Go to your bathroom and look at yourself in the mirror and see. What are you doing, Neil? Okay. Look at yourself in the mirror and see that you are making changes.
I got something.
What, baby?
Close your eyes.
I can't.
Close them.
Okay.
No, close them. I'll tell you when to open them.
Okay.
Open them yet.
So if you will just see that you're growing. Like, I watched your video today, Avalon. I do the same thing. Oh, how cute. Where'd you get that guy? Miss Baker?
From the
Look what Nate got from his
dollar store.
Aww.
Dollar store.
He can go with Paddington.
Well,
So
Daddy said,
what I do, hold on.
Have that Paddington guy and don't buy this.
Okay,
He
so
said, don't buy this thing because you already have Paddington, so I'm gonna buy it. And
he's just, so here's the deal.
I'm trying to describe it.
Don't do that. When I look back to 3 months ago, you guys, when I was on my channel and I was talking to you guys, because I can like look back now. Yes, son. Go upstairs to your daddy. I look back on those 3 months, back for just 3 months ago, and I see the changes in myself. I see that, okay, for instance, here's a big example for you guys. Okay, I used to really struggle with being super aggressive and trying to almost push recovery on people because I wanted people to get it so bad, right? Hey, Andrew. I wanted people to get it so bad that I would deliver my message real aggressively, like, this is what you got to do or else, you know, it was almost like people weren't hearing what I had to say because I was delivering my message with so much, it was passion on my part, but people didn't think it was passion. They took it as me being bossy and a know-it-all, and so I had to change the way I delivered my message. I had to start being more gentle with people and letting people be where they're at and just loving them, okay, until they were open to my message to hear it, right? So here's the deal. All of a sudden I started changing, and now I look back and look, people actually hear my message now and are willing to listen. But you could ask Rock and Roberta and the old school people like Cher who have been here for a while. I used to really struggle because I would get so pumped up and I just wanted to help people, you guys. Like, that's are my intentions, are only to help. But I would get so stoked that people would take me the wrong way, you know, and I would come across as trying to beat the recovery into you, you know. And so I can look back on that and realize, like, hey, man, I've come a long way. I'm making changes. And I also know now that I don't know it all. I have been humbled in my recovery, you guys, because I have learned that, you know what, I don't know anything. And I'm just trying to I just want to make it, you guys. I just want to stay sober. I just want to take care of my son. I just want to be a good wife. I just want to be here with my parents and take care of them when they get sick and die. Like, those are the things that I want to be able to do. I want to be able to be there for my family because I've never been able to do that before. And finally, because I'm actually staying on track, I can actually be there for my family. When Neil did, well, Jamie, how did I feel? I felt mad. I felt disappointed. I felt very afraid. And if I could name one feeling that I had, it was fear. I thought about how we were going to lose everything. I thought that he was going to die. I thought that what if he did die? I was scared to death. Scared to death. And I still am afraid. You know, he's been doing really well, and he's been back to work now for about 3 days, and he's been doing well, but I'm very afraid. I'm still afraid. You know, I'm human, you guys, and I struggle, and my husband struggles. And it scares me because I don't want to lose him. He's my best friend, you know. And it's really easy to say, oh well, you should leave him. But you know, would you guys leave your significant other if he was struggling? He just got done with treatment. He was in it for 6 weeks. Six weeks ago. And you guys, when I say relapse, I mean like he took like 7 Klonopin, and that's all. And then he came right back. So he didn't stay out. And I'm not minimizing it. It's still a relapse, but he didn't stay out there using. What, Jamie? You want to what? So it made me afraid, though, you guys, because I've worked really hard for my recovery. You know what I mean? And that's where I had to, like, set boundaries and put my foot down and say, you know, if you're going to continue to do these things, then you have to go somewhere else. And, you know, and so, I mean, of course, I set those boundaries, and that's all I can do and continue to do my recovery. You know what I mean? But he's never, like, came over with, he's never put me in any jeopardy. He never brought anything home. He's never, you know, brought pills home or left pills here. Like, he's never had them. I haven't seen, no. In the 3.5 years I've been sober, I have not seen a drug or anything, you know, in 3.5 years. So, he respects this house and our family enough to, he would never, ever do that. And, well, I wouldn't let him in if he did. You know? But that's the thing, like, I hope you guys realize, like, he's not coming here like that. Like, he was at his job. I called up there. He was all loopy, and I knew right then. And I was like, you listen, you cannot come here. You better go to your mom's. And I had to call his mom and tell his mom that he was all loopy. That's what I call it, loopy, because, you know, I don't want Nate to know. And send him over there. And then he was stayed the night there and then came back when he got back on track. And then he went to 6 weeks of intensive outpatient therapy where they had classes for like 4 hours a day. So, I mean, and you know what, you guys, it's really easy to say, oh, I would do this and this. But when you're stuck in that position, it's a lot different. Believe me, I used to say the same thing. I used to work with this girl, and her old man, he would come home, she would find needles and stuff laying around. I mean, like, he was really getting high, you know, and he was doing it in their house. And I would tell her, hey, you know, you've got to get out of that situation. You need to leave. And now I realize it's a lot easier said than done. You know, and I think that my higher power has a funny way of humbling me and showing me, like, I don't know it all. Because I never thought I would be here sitting talking to you guys about experiencing my significant other struggling with his sobriety. Because, you know, I knew all the answers, and I would tell people, well, you should leave him. And you know what? Now I realize it's a lot easier said than done. You know, it's easy to say, well, you should just kick him out. But, like I said, it's just easier said than done. But my recovery is first and foremost the most important thing to me. And I have never, like, felt like I was going to, you know, go out and get high or anything. But we have been, you know, together for 7 years. And I love Neil, you guys. Like, I love him. He's my best friend. Right. And so, but that's the thing, like, I didn't go out searching for a drug addict to date. You know, I wasn't like, hey, I'm going to go out and pick me a drug addict and then I'm going to get married to him. Now, if somebody was in recovery and they just got sober and then they started going to meetings and met someone else that was early in their recovery and they asked me, Nicole, do you think it's okay if I date this person? I would say, no, I don't think you should do that. I think you should wait until you've been sober a year before you get into any kind of relationship, you know? Just because, you guys, I don't even know myself. I've been sober for 3 years and I still don't know myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard whenever you're like trying to learn how to stay sober and learn about yourself, and then you have somebody else who's trying to stay sober at the same time. You know, if I wasn't serious and if I wasn't strong in my sobriety, and here's the deal, if I still wanted to get high, I would be relapsing because I've had every opportunity to do so. Y'all feel me? I don't want to get high anymore. I don't want to go out and relapse. I don't want to fuck up my life. That is the real honest truth. I don't want to. But if I did, I've had every chance to do so. You know, and I could go out and find that chance today if I wanted to, but I really, really don't want to. Now, tomorrow I could wake up and my mind could change and I could say, you know what, I'm going to go get high tomorrow. But I don't feel like, I haven't felt like that, you know, in a really long time. Where the desire to use, like that obsession, I don't have that anymore. And I every now and then I'll have like these fleeting moments, right, where I'll have a thought like, oh, I need a Xanax. And then I'll say, fuck that. Back for children, it hasn't been true as far. However, right, Tabitha, me too. So it's just, here's the deal, you guys, like, and this is for everybody. Like, if you're in a relationship and your husband is an addict, like my husband is an addict, we got sober together. You know, he is trying his best. Just like all those times before I met him and I kept relapsing, all those stories I told you guys about, I was trying. I wanted to be sober, you know. It's hard, you know, when it's just difficult. And when you're first starting out, like Neil has never tried to get sober before. This is all new for him, really. And so this is his first, like, real deal trying, you know, these last 3 years. And so what I'm saying is, like, I love him, and we are, you know, for better or for worse, till death do us part. Like, I'm always going to be here to love him and support him. You know, that's my duty as a wife, and he is my best friend. Now, I will never let him jeopardize myself or my son, and he would never do those things either. He's a very respectful person. He's just a lot different than, I guess you guys don't get to see him very often, so y'all don't really understand. But, you know, Neil he's not like us, guys. My husband is kind of a square. And I mean that in the best way, but, like, he's not like us. Like, when I met Neil, I was this little, like, fly-by-night junkie hoochie mama, okay? And I was homeless, sleeping on my friend's couch. And he saved me. And I had nowhere to go. I had no one. And he gave me a chance and actually loved me and took care of me and, like, has never stopped taking care of me. Even when we were sick in our active addiction, he still took care of me. He still made sure I had somewhere to sleep at night. He would come and get me and take me to my job. Like, so he's an addict, but it's always been like, it's just a different kind of situation. Like I said, he's just kind of a square. I'm telling y'all, one day I will have him on my channel and we'll do a Q&A and you guys can ask him all kinds of questions, because I think then y'all will have a better understanding of the whole situation. But a lot of the things we got into that I tell you guys about, the story times and stuff, all those things were like me leading, okay? And that's why his family didn't like me for so long, because they felt like I was a bad influence on him, because I was like I was like the leader of the bad stuff that we would do. I would think of the great ideas, you know, and it was because I had been homeless and been left to my own devices for so long that I had gotten accustomed to hustling, you know. So when I met Neil, I kept on hustling. I mean, he made it a lot easier for me because he would pay for things and help me out. So that makes a lot of sense. Tab not here, you sister, I did. What was Tab's? Okay, I'm trying to read y'all's comments. My man, I don't judge anyone for staying with their love if they are in recovery. Maybe because I've done it too. Yeah, and that's the thing. Nicely done. Now, you guys, don't get me wrong. Like, if this continues to happen and gets worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse, of course, I'll eventually reach my breaking point, you know? But it has not been anything serious. Like, it hasn't been anything serious, for real. So, you know, I try not to... I also try to... not talk about his stuff because that's his stuff, you know, and I feel guilty for, you know, talking about it because it's his stuff and he's very private. And so, but Jamie, I know that you're struggling with your husband too, girl. And I just want you to know that I'm here for you. And if you ever need to reach out to me, you can always give me a call anytime on Hangouts. Just call me. Because I've been there and I know what it's like. Hey, Jason, are you okay, bud? We missed you. I know what it's like to struggle, you know, but here's the thing. This is what I've learned, okay, with dating an addict, because I'm in recovery and he's in recovery. And I also do Al-Anon. What I've learned is that I have to separate my recovery from his. I have to allow him to be where he's at and do his own program. And I've got to step off and let him take the reins on his recovery. Yeah, and we are doing so great. I don't want you guys to think like, I hope y'all know, like, if there was something wrong, y'all would probably know about it. I would tell you guys. But Neil just had a little slip. You know, he took those damn Klonopins and he had a slip. But now he's been sober for 6 weeks now, a month and 2 weeks. And before that, he was sober for 10 months. And then before that, he was sober for 2 years. So, you know, he stayed sober for 2 years with me. And then he had a relapse after his dad passed away. But here's the deal. If you're with somebody who is constantly, like, putting your recovery at risk and being in the bathroom shooting up and just, you know what I'm talking about, you guys, then you might need to tell that person that they need to move out, or you need to put down a boundary and tell them if they're going to continue like that, they better not bring stuff to your house. Because remember, guys, our number one priority is to protect our recovery. We got to protect our recovery, okay? Yeah, O'Neill is amazing, guys. He's such an amazing... Y'all don't even understand. I can't wait to show you, like, what he got me for Christmas and stuff. He loves me. He's a good man. I've never, ever had a guy that's treated me, like, so good. For real. Like, he treats me so fucking good. I'm lucky. I'm lucky. So, anyway. Enough about that. Hey, Carrie. How you doing? Yes, he is. And I just love him dearly. And, you know, when I first got sober, I used to, you know, okay, so I saw your comment, Carrie. Relapse can be a part of recovery. A lot of people do experience it, you know. Now, I do know people, listen to this, my sponsor, she got sober and never relapsed. 31 years sober. Isn't that awesome? Did you say yours had 31 years, George, or was it 51? Anyway, or is her 33? I can't remember. It's 30-something. But some people can get sober and have never relapse. You know what I mean? But some people do experience relapse. And if you do, get back up and dust yourself off and Try again. That's the thing. Like, don't let anybody shame you, first of all. We have to remember that, you know what? As long as we're still, we get up and try again, you know? And that's the whole thing, you guys. Like, I used to relapse and then get so embarrassed and so ashamed that I wouldn't come back. I would stay out. Okay? And that embarrassment and that shame, right, kept me sick, so I wouldn't come back. And I stayed out for like 3-4 years, you know? And if I would have just got right back on track, then I wouldn't have lost my footing. And I could have got right back into the swing of things, you know? But relapse, it's really serious because we could die. You know, with the drugs and everything that are going around nowadays, you don't know what you're getting. You could go out and die tomorrow, you know, and that's my biggest fear, is that someone I love or care about relapsing and dying, you know, because so many of my friends have relapsed and died. I just want everyone to know that, like, if you're struggling, there's no shame in feeling, you know, in having struggles. We have to speak about it. We have to, you know, tell people, hey, I'm going through some shit right now. Will you just listen? Will you just let me talk? You know, for so long, I felt like I had to keep these big secrets. I had to not let anybody know. And it's like, no, I'm not keeping secrets anymore. I'm not going to be ashamed, you know. But I also know that, you know what, you guys, for the longest time, I would tell people, you know, it's hard, but we're strong enough. That's right, Jason. Judge anyone else's path. That's what I was going to say, Michelle. So here's the deal. You know, we can tell people you shoulda, coulda, woulda, all we want. You need to do this. You need to do that. I did this. Why don't you do that? You know, get to a meeting, call somebody. Yes, that's a great thing to do. Here's the deal. Until someone wants to do it, until the person is willing to make the change, then they're not going to do it. The only thing we can do as people in recovery is share our experience and share what's working for us. And hopefully through us living our lives right, and by us setting a good example and doing the next right thing, maybe people will see, maybe our loved ones, this is what I go by, maybe my loved one will see me doing this and see the happiness in me, and maybe then they'll want to change and do the same. But, you know, never forget, you guys, it's really easy to, you know, point the finger and tell people how to do things, but until you're stuck in that situation, until you're in that circumstance, it's really, really hard to understand what someone is feeling like. You know, and I try to remind myself of that. I try to remind myself that I don't know each one of your circumstances. I don't know what your home life is about. I don't know if you and your husband get along. I don't know if you were abused as a child. I don't know if you struggle from depression. I don't know if you have PTSD. I don't know your circumstances. I haven't walked a mile in your shoes. So all I can do is bring to you what I've been doing. And if you hear something that you think might work for you, maybe you'll try it. Okay? And that's what I'm always going to stick to doing. You know I get passionate about things, and I might go on a tangent and get to kind of yelling a little and raising my voice, but it's only because I care. You know, and I'm not ever going to tell you guys. I'm just going to suggest to you what I would do, if I even know. Because most of the time, you guys, I have to ask somebody else, because I don't want to tell you the wrong thing. You know? But for instance, like the situation that I'm in, I can share with you what my experiences has been with my husband and what we're going through and how we're working it out. And look, everything's working out. God's pulling through, you guys. He's healing. He's doing great. He's back on track. Going to his meetings, calling a sponsor. I better, right. I love juice boxes. Jamie, it's like I said, Jamie, it's easy for me to come on here and say, oh, well, you need to kick him out. Well, we all know that part. You know, tell me what else I can do. Tell me what I can do if I love him and I want to help him. Tell me what I can do if I need to help save him. You want me to tell you what you can do, Jamie? You want me to tell you what you can do? You can invite him to go to a meeting with you. You two can go down to a meeting. You can call some sober guys and invite them over to talk with him, okay? You can ask them, hey, can we come over and meet with my husband? He's really struggling with his recovery. You know what else you can do? You can turn on one of these videos or another recovery video and ask him to come lay in bed with you and watch it, and maybe he'll hear that message, okay? These are things that I've been doing, believe me. And I send Neil links to podcasts while I'm at work, because all I'm trying to do is carry that message to him, and maybe that message will get through to there, and maybe he'll grab onto it and come over, you know, come over to the light side. That's what I do. That is what I do. I can't tell anybody what to do. I can't boss nobody. I cannot change anybody's mind, you know. And it's easy, like I can say all day long, like, well, you're gonna do it if you're willing. But you guys, here's the deal. Like, it took me years to get done doing dope. I had to get done. I had to not want to do it anymore. I had to have my ass whooped. I had to be fucking sick and tired of being sick and tired. You know? Hey, Leonard. I just want you guys to know, like, I used to do the same thing. I used to tell people what I thought they should do without knowing what they felt like, without knowing what they were going through. And it's hard whenever we're, you know, a lot of people are struggling with things we don't even know. You know, we only see half of someone's life. Not even half. You guys see 5% of my little life here on the internet. Okay? Other than that, I show you only what I want you to see, right? I know what you guys are going through, and you don't know what I'm going through. The only thing I can tell you is to take it one day at a time, stay connected, okay? Get with people who are sober and utilize yourself some sober support, you know. But I don't know, it just makes me I get a little defensive and a little angry when I feel like people are telling me that I need to do this or I need to do that. You know, this is my husband. This is my best friend. You know, he ain't going nowhere. You know, like, he literally pulled my ass out of the gutter. Y'all just don't, he pulled me out of the gutter. I was a little gutter rat, and he saved me from that. Like, I was homeless, had nowhere to go, you know, and he took me out of that. He gave me a chance when nobody else would. So if I have to work with him a little bit harder, then you know what? I'm going to do that because I love him and he's my best friend. But you know, that doesn't, I guess I'm just kind of like, I don't want you guys to think that, like, I think that I can cure anybody, because I know I can't, you guys, but I can be a support. I can be a helper. I can help you. I can support him. That's what we're supposed to do as people that are strong in our recovery. You know, I'm here to support, you know, and what kind of person would I be if I just turned my back? You know, would I turn my back on you guys? I wouldn't turn my back on my sister or my mom or my dad. You know, this is my family. So, but, you know, I know that some people have, you know, maybe with your situation, Jamie, I know that, you know, he's been getting really disrespectful and doing things at the house. The only thing I can tell you that I would do differently is I would lay down those boundaries and tell him, like, this is what you have to do. You cannot bring that here, you know, because you got to protect yourself. And I don't want you to fall in your recovery, you know what I mean? Because that could be very tempting. And that's the only thing, you know, that's the only thing that I would do differently, you know, is remember that you have to protect your sobriety. But other than that, you know, so, I'm honest. Bye, Jason. I love you. I'm honest. I was abused as a child, and yeah, I'm not perfect. Yeah. So I just love you guys. I just want y'all to know that this has been a good live stream. I feel like it has been. At least I don't know. Today's been a pretty legit day though. Like I went to work today. I got a lot of stuff done. I got all my Christmas bags out and stuff, and then I got all the cards put out and stocked. Today was Nate's last day of school, so now he's on Christmas break. Hit that thumbs up. Hey! And I'm seeing so many new people, you guys. So the chat was going by a lot quicker today. And Bama had just asked me today, she goes, what are you going to do? Thank you, Luke. What are you going to do when the chat gets so fast that you can't read them? And I was like, I don't know. I'm going to keep reading them, you know. But that's the thing. We're all growing together, you guys. And the bigger the channel gets, the larger the chats are going to be. So what I'm thinking I'll probably do, if the chats start getting bigger, is I'll start doing 2 separate live streams. I'll do a morning live stream, and then like if half of you want to come to that morning one, then y'all can come to that one, and then I'll do an evening live stream, and you guys can come to that one, okay? So I'll do 2, you know what I'm saying? I'll do 2 separate live streams, so that way half of you guys can come to the morning, half of you can come to night. You know what I'm saying? You think that'll be a good idea? Now, we're not at that point yet to where we've grown so big. You know? Yeah, we do, don't we? We're not at that point yet to where we've gotten so big that I can't handle the chat when y'all are talking. So we're not there yet. But one day we will be. And when that day comes, I'll start doing different stuff. Michelle, I wanted to tell you, I guess I can message you after this. You guys, I'm working on a domain name. I said that at the beginning, to make a little website. So, and I'm getting myself signed up for school, and I'm so excited. You guys have inspired me to really, like, try to do something with my life. And I never thought I would be able to do anything. I never thought I'd be able to go back to college. And so I'm really excited. I'm so passionate about helping other people and teaching people about the disease of addiction. Like, I'm very, very passionate about that. Okay, George, that sounds like a good idea. And so I really, like, I cannot wait. Like, I want to go into school and I want to learn everything I can learn. You know what I mean? Like, and that's the thing, like, with this new website, here's my ideas. I have so many ideas. Me and Michelle were talking about it. Where you guys can upload your videos on the website. You guys, I'm telling you right now, we got big things popping over here. And it's going to be great. And it's all going to be for people like us. It's all going to be for addicts. And yeah, it's going to be so cool. And that's the thing, you guys. It's going to be for us, by us. It's going to be it's going to be us, you know? And I'm going to just that's all I can say is it's going to be us. And there's going to be all kinds of resources that you guys can get connected to. And it's going to be awesome. I'm excited. I'm excited. You guys don't understand. I needed the push. I needed the push to inspire. You know, and you guys have pushed me by coming and subscribing to my channel and getting involved. And that's what I want to do. Oh, Jamie. Okay. So Here's the deal with the hoodies, okay? All I have to do, you guys, is call Teespring and like put in an order. But I want somebody that can do art to make me a logo for the hoodie. I want it to be like a here's the thing. If you guys know people who are artists, let me know. I want it to be like a graphic design, like a graffiti paint, okay? Like graffiti writing with like a spray paint splash. And I want it to say, like, Real Talk Recovery. Wouldn't that be so cool? And, like, on a black hoodie with that, like, bright tie-dye looking like graffiti writing. Or tie-dye hoodie with, like, the white writing. I don't know. So, Jamie, here's the deal. Everything takes time and everything costs money. So, I'm working on getting my camera. And then once my income tax comes in this year, I just started watching SR. Once my income tax money comes in, y'all, I'm gonna really start knocking away some stuff and building up my channel. But you know, I'm a one-man show, and you know, I have a son, and times are, you know, I'm not rich, so I have to wait until I can build my channel, until my channel can be monetized. You know what I mean? Sam? I know, Jamie, that would be a great idea. You know, but here's the deal. You guys don't need to worry about that, okay? Like, I'm just here to bring you guys support for your recovery right now, okay? That's why I'm going to go to school. I'm going to get my education, and then I'll be able to work in a position where I can help others and make money doing it. That way I can come over here to my channel and build my channel up and be able to use, because right now I only work part-time, and my money that I work part-time with goes to my family, and it goes to my car payment and my insurance. You know, I do have a Patreon, but I haven't uploaded anything on my Patreon because I have no patrons. So if you want to become a patron, you are more than welcome to do that. I don't know, like, how much. I guess you would just, like, do a $1 a month. You could do $2 a month, $5 a month, anything you want to do. But I will, once I get some patrons over there, it's up. It's in my description box. Then I'll start uploading videos over there. And, yeah, but you guys don't worry about it right now, because I feel like we are all, you know, in this together. And you guys, y'all are helping me by, you know what you can do to help me? Here's what you guys can do. Share my videos. Promote my channel. Invite people over to the channel. If you know people that need help and need support, bring them on over here. Because when we get up to 1,000, that's what I'm saying. When we get up to 1,000, then my videos can be monetized. And then YouTube will cut me a little check. You know what I mean? It might not be big, but it'll help. You know, I don't think it'll be big at all. But that will help a little. So that's some things we can do. Yes. But if y'all want to help me promote my channel, share this shit on Twitter. That's how you can help me. Share my videos, invite people over here, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter. Everything is in the description box, and that's how you guys can help me, okay? Because I don't, like, I want to do this on my own. I want to build my brain. I want to build this all up because I'm working hard for it, and that makes it mean something to me. I don't want to take anybody's money. You know what I mean? Now, sure, if you want to donate a couple bucks, you could do that. I have a PayPal, but like the things that I need are hundreds of dollars. like a camera is like $500, you know? And but other than that, and like my domain, I think it's going to be like 20 bucks a month. Or not 20 bucks a month, like $1 or $2 a year, and then it'll go up after that. But like just little things, you know. I need a new washing machine. Why? I need what? My dishwasher? But anyway, I love you guys. That's how you can help me help promote my channel. Invite your friends over. Follow me on my social medias, okay? And okay, Michelle, that's what we'll do then. So Michelle says she can get the domain for $9 a year. So that sounds like a deal. I can do that. And if you guys, listen, if you guys have any ideas, you know, let me know what you're thinking about. Let's work. We can all build the channel. And y'all can help me build the channel if you guys want to. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I'm excited. But that's what I meant. I didn't want you to take the... I love you, Sherry. You're fine, girl. All right, you guys. So here's the tea. Here's the tea. All right. If you guys want to help me, like I said, let people know about my channel. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Everything is in the description box. What's... Okay, Andrea. I'm going to call you right now, okay? That's my girl, Andrea, y'all. She's from Facebook. Message me. Oh, yeah. Michelle, I will. I will. Andrea, I'm calling you right now. Okay? I know who you are, girl. Okay. I love you guys. Thank you so much for each and every one of your supports. Thank you so much. Shout out, you guys. Bye, Sam. Bye, Cher. George, I'm so proud of you for getting a sponsor. Keep pushing through, you guys. Nicely done. Welcome to the family. I'm so glad to have you. If you guys haven't already, go over to my friend Leonard's channel. It's called Her Opiate Fix. He's a real triple OG, and he's been sober for 20 years from heroin. So go check him out. His channel's called Her Opiate Fix. Scottish Siren, Serin. Okay, now I'm going to find you on Twitter. Okay, guys, I'll see you tomorrow for our live stream. Same time, same place. And I love you guys very much. And go follow me on Instagram. Go follow me on Twitter. So that way we can talk over there too. Because you guys know I love messaging y'all. Love y'all.